fans, friends, and family of Judy TV show. Good morning to you all, good afternoon to you all, good evening to you all. It's yet another time of discussing another important topic, marriage issues. You know how we roll now. Thank you so very much for being there for me. I appreciate you all. I don't take it for granted that you are there for me. God bless and reward you all. And so today, this is going to be, like I told you people earlier, that somebody in the comment section wanted me to discuss on a topic, that has to do with his sister-in-law, and I think his cousin or so. And then I now said, okay, I was going to take time to find out from them if it's okay by them for me to discuss it without tracing the name, without mentioning the real names, so that it will not be traced. So I'm going to also talk part of that, the topic of today, and then that. So I leave you guys to now comment, and then we'll now see how it goes. So for today, we're going to talking about infidelity in marriages. Oh, that's a big one. Infidelity in marriages. Infidelity on both sides. On both sides, men, women, on both sides, infidelity in marriage. Now, this infidelity in marriage, before I go into sharing one or two things about it, the disadvantages, so to say, you discover that this thing can be traced to, how the relationship started in the first instance, how the marriage started in the first instance, okay? And I don't know how people will get married and it's a lifetime something as a man and woman, are couples, and then there's a problem with their sex life and they will not sit down to talk about it. The man goes off that way and the woman feels, okay, you think you can cheat on me, and then the woman goes off the other way. It has a lot of disadvantages, a lot of after effects. You can commit a sin, okay, but the consequences of that sin is what is so devastating. What do I mean by that? A man could go out cheating on his wife, living in infidelity, I think men are more in that because they have a way of covering up, they go to answer their phone secretly and what have you. There are also women that are, into that, but I think it's more in men. But we're not talking about which one is more now. What we're talking about is that it is not the proper thing to do. You choose this person, you accepted this person above every other person. So one would expect that if there's any challenge whatsoever, both of you as adults should sit down and talk about it. People don't talk about their issues. That's one thing I just discovered. People don't talk about their issues. They just go on Cold War and assume that it should be like that and like that. Meanwhile, as a man, if you know, I've said it in one of my videos, if you know that your libido is high there and your wife's own is somewhere here, it is your responsibility to see how you can bridge the gap. Bring down your own a little and then take her own up a little so that you meet at a point that at least will be comfortable for both of you. But a situation whereby the man goes, look, the beautiful ones are not yet born. So if you are looking at women that are outside that are fine and the beautiful ones are not yet born. So you will be going round and round. In fact, it's like every day you'll be going round and round and round women. It's not healthy, even for your health. Whether for your spiritual health or your physical health, is not healthy at all. And then for the women, there are some women that once they discover their husband is cheating, it becomes a license for them to know, okay, let me get back at him. And then the cheating now continues. It is not healthy. What do you tell your children? Besides, if there's a pregnancy, what happens? What happens if there's a pregnancy? Just what happens? There are some times they could tell you, they use condom, they do this, but at the end of the day, something could still happen. You never can tell. So it's a risk that is not worth taking at all. I just like us to know that if you get married to somebody, don't expect for God's sake that this person is a perfect one. Nobody is perfect in this world. It is only God that is perfect. And that is why when there's any imperfection you see in your spouse, you go back to God. That is the wisest thing to do. And trust me, God will come through for you. Before you know what is happening, God will come through for you. I've heard testimonies of that happening to people. I've also seen it in the lives of people that I know personally. rather than going into something that is risky and dangerous for your health, both spiritually and physically, go back to God. Talk to your spouse. Work things out. You are both adults, for God's sake. Nobody is a baby if you're going into marriage. Even if there are babies that are going into marriages, the percentage is so very few. The majority of people that are involved in marriages are adults. So you talk about this. There's so many books you can read. Even if it means consulting a doctor or a professional or an expert, go ahead and do that. All you want is a solution to your challenge. And once the solution is sorted out, everybody's okay, everybody's cool, and everybody flows. Okay? I trust. You're promising, you're giving me your word that we're going to change. Husband, this worker work. It's not worth it. It's not just worth it. Madam, there's no need. Absolutely no need. Talk about it. Work it out. It's better. I assure you. Having said that, guys, I like to now bring up the issue that I talked about. In the comment section, a guy sent me a comment, what he wanted me to talk about. He said he had a cousin, a brother. He just said, I think he's a cousin, yeah. He said his cousin got married to a lady, and then did the traditional marriage rites, wedded, and then they had the first baby was a boy. They had the second baby was a boy. They had the third baby was a boy. So the man was like, okay, let's slow down and then take care of these ones. So I think the first boy should be about 6 or 7 from what he said, and then the second one about 4 going to 5, and then the third one is about 1 going to 2 or something. So the second one now fell sick. I do watch these things in a movie, and I thought it's just a movie story that producers could just put together and all that. I didn't know that this thing happens for real. So this particular guy, the second son, now fell sick, and they took the boy to the hospital. And then in the course of donating blood and what have you, they now discovered the blood of the boy and the man doesn't match. And the man was like, why? How come? And they did not match. They did the test the second time. They did it the third time, just to convince him. At a point, the man even said he wanted to go to another place. So the doctor now said, look, there's no need to going to waste your money. That we have done this thing 3 times, okay? That this is the result. The blood doesn't match. Just to save this boy's life, let's just go to a blood bank and buy blood and then give to the boy so he can survive. And they did that, but the man didn't take it kindly. So he went home, and then he was like his wife, what happened? Madam, what happened? They are saying that this boy is not of the same blood with me. How is that possible? So the woman initially was like, I don't know. The man wasn't satisfied, So I think he went to another hospital, and it was the same result, that, the blood is not compatible. So at that point, he now decided to even run a test on all the children. He did on the other 2 boys. Guys, you know what? The first one, no blood match. That second one, no blood match. The third one, no blood match. It was at that point in time that the man lost it. And now called the wife, said, no, there has to be an explanation here. What happened? When the man now threatened he was going to kill her, and what have you, the lady now opened up. Guys, even me, when I heard this story, I shook. When I read it, I shook. Before I now started calling the guy. The first one was by his former boyfriend. She was actually pregnant before they wedded, but it's like the husband was not aware. The second one was by her colleague in the office, the one that was sick now. And the third one was by a businessman that was living on their streets, the street where she was living before she got married. I think the man bought her a car or something. So the 3 are for 3 different men. None is even to this guy. And the man that wrote to me in the comment section now said that up till now the cousin hasn't come around. That this guy is so devastated that he hasn't come around. So he now said, you share it, let me know what people are going to say so that we know how to cancel. I was like, so this is real, not just a movie. He said it's real. So guys, that's it. I don't know what you people think. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Anywhere you can put anything you think about this. Please put it down on the comment section so that at least by the next video we'll now talk about this. I will also share my own opinion. On that note, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching. I I'm so grateful for always being there for me. But like I've always requested, just a small thing I would like you to do for me. Number one, I'd like you to like this video, please, and then comment. Somebody had just commented and brought up this issue we're talking about now. I know that aside his cousin, there must be somebody somewhere that information that you guys are going to bring forth is going to help in his or her own marriage, right? And then above that, I know, and I want to believe that by now you have already subscribed, so that as soon as I upload any new video, you'll be the first to know. Besides, guys, please, as my family, as my fam, and as my friends, please share me with your word. If you like what I'm doing, share me